I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, the weekly comic show where we take closer, more in-depth looks at the coolest, most happening things going on in the world of comics and superheroes. And on today's show, we're going to be looking at Detective Comics issue number 51. Just because Bruce Wayne is back in the saddle doesn't mean old Jimbo Gordon isn't going to have one last ride in the cape and cowl. Let's hop on in and see what happens next.
So, as the comic opens, Jim Gordon, who is still Batman during this time, is met by an old friend from his army days. This guy is scared, he's jumpy, he's freaked out. It would seem that something Gordon's unit did during the war, something they found out in the desert, is coming back to haunt them all, and a few members of his unit are already dead. But unfortunately, before Gordon can get some information, a black-clad assailant rushes out with a knife to attack him, slashing his buddy's throat in the process. Understandably, this is now personal. This is more than just a job for Batman, this is a job for the former commissioner of police, the former Marine. The city coroner does an autopsy of the assassin, and it's revealed that he's missing a bunch of strips of flesh. In fact, so is Gordon's buddy. The assassin also chose to take his own life not with cyanide like you would think, but with a mixture of a hemlock and a bunch of other old-timey suicide drugs. With no other options, Gordon decides to pull some strings and get himself out to the Middle East to meet up with what's left of his unit. These tough Marines are understandably pretty scared. It seems that they've been attacked several times out on maneuvers by knife-wielding, leather-clad killers. All the while, these assailants keep screaming about how the sand will take you, the sand will take you. Oh no, not the sand, I hate sand, it's coarse and rough, it gets everywhere. This situation is really weird, and it gets even more complicated when Gordon busts out his detective skills and starts asking around the base for information. It seems that all these grisly murders have been swept under the rug by the top brass, but why? Gordon follows up an important lead by tracking someone to the city. It seems that this guy's actually been funneling information off to the assailant in exchange for keeping the rest of the base safe from attack. Whether that kind of behavior was brave, stupid, or selfless, well, that's up for you to decide. All I know is that Gordon decides to settle this problem with a swift knee to the face. Having learned everything he could on the base, Gordon decides to pack up, suit up, and head off into the desert to face this problem head on. He gets stuck in a sandstorm, which is, a very foreboding omen. Luckily, Julia and everyone back in Gotham City is using satellite imagery to help him out on this one. This, of course, all still begs the question, what are these assailants so ticked off about? Well, apparently during his Marine days, Gordon and his unit defaced a temple belonging to these peoples while out on maneuver. These guys were just hoping to take shelter from a sandstorm when they accidentally ended up uncovering a sadomasochistic torture cult. Like you do. Detective Comics number 51 was a really interesting, really enjoyable issue for me. I like the idea of something that Jim Gordon did while not being a cop has come back to bite him. I also really like the idea that even though Bruce Wayne is back in the Batman costume in all the other books, Peter Tomasi was like, no, guys, I still got one last good Jim Gordon story I want to tell. And yeah, you know what, it really is a Jim Gordon story. Yeah, he puts on the costume every so often and everything, but this is a personal mission for him, and I enjoy that. I'm also a sucker for a good Batman story that lets us get out of Gotham for just a little bit. Overall, I would give this one a very positive 9 out of 10. I'm excited to see where this story goes. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer? Or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.